Hi!
Did you hear that? I said I didn't want any daddy but him. Why don't you write that down? My name is Lucy. My dad, Sam, is different from other fathers. He works as a waiter at a coffee shop. He's been there for 8 years, but he still can't handle the register because he has the mind of a 7. A long time ago, my dad once took in a homeless woman. She was my mother. Not long after that, I was born. Dad excitedly held me in his arms, filled with joy. He named me Lucy, but my mother didn't stay. She was just looking for a place to stay for a while, not to take on the responsibility of being a parent. Soon, she disappeared into the crowd, leaving my dad standing there alone, completely lost. Dad had never taken care of a baby before. He didn't know why I was crying. He didn't know which diapers to buy, or what kind of formula to feed me. As a newborn, I completely overwhelmed him, until our kind neighbor, Annie, noticed how helpless he was. Little by little, she taught my dad how to hold me, how to feed me, and how to be a father. Dad even relied on TV schedules to figure out when it was time to feed me. Even so, he did everything he could to take care of me. Dad has a group of friends who are just like him, people with intellectual disability. Each of them has their own limitations, but they're all pure-hearted and kind. They treated me like their own child. Dad worked while taking care of me at the same time. But as I grew older, he could no longer bring me to the coffee shop. So once again, he turned to Annie for help. At first, Annie wanted to say no, but that was when I softly called out her name. It was the very first word my dad had taught me. After that, Annie couldn't bring herself to refuse. Time passed quickly. I grew up more and more curious about the world. Daddy, did God mean for you to be like this? Was it an accident?
Okay, what do you mean?
You're not like other daddies. It's okay, Daddy. I'm lucky. Nobody else's daddy ever comes to the park. Dad wasn't as smart as other fathers, but he gave me all the goodness he had in this world. When I reached school age, Dad wanted to buy me a pair of new shoes as a gift, but when it was time to pay, he realized he couldn't afford even a single shoe. His friends didn't have much money either, yet they still scraped together everything they had. The kind sales clerk was deeply moved and gave each of us a balloon. After I started school, I became smarter and smarter. The textbooks grew more and more difficult. I watched my dad struggle to sound out the word, and saw how hard it was for him. So I took out my old textbooks and read to him, pretending I didn't understand. In truth, I had already heard those lessons countless times, but I didn't want to make my dad feel bad. But in the teacher's eyes, my maturity seemed abnormal. Dad was called to the school. In my drawing, I was big, holding the hand of a very small dad, as if he were the one who needed to be taken care of. After that, I started to fear learning. I didn't want to become smarter than my dad. Sometimes, I would pretend not to understand, so that he could teach me. That was the only way I knew how to protect him. You're stupid.
You are not stupid. No, you are not stupid, so you can read that word.
I don't want to be thinking.
No, because that makes me happy. It makes me happy. When you reading.
Perched inside. On Halloween, Dad got a little too carried away. Other kids began to laugh at him. Hearing them make fun of my dad made me feel deeply uncomfortable. Soon, my 7th birthday arrived. Dad went to great lengths to prepare a surprise party, but at the party, one boy kept causing trouble. Dad panicked and pushed him. The boy's father immediately pinned my dad to the ground. I walked in just in time to see it all. To get back at him, the boy said something cruel.
You don't have to call him Daddy. She said you're not her real father anyway. She said she was adopted.
I couldn't take it anymore. I ran out in shame.
Lucy!
Everything was witnessed by people from Child Protective Service. They believed my dad wasn't capable of raising me. Dad broke down. He couldn't understand why they wouldn't let me go home with him. In the end, the judge decided to place me temporarily with a foster family. Dad's custody was forcibly taken away. On the day we were separated, Dad held me and cried his heart out, but he couldn't stop them from taking me away. My foster mother was gentle and kind to me, but no matter what, it never felt like home. Dad secretly brought a bouquet of flowers to see me, but when he saw the yard full of flowers at the foster home, he felt he could never give me a better life. He thought I didn't need him any, so he turned away, heartbroken. What he didn't know was that I had been waiting for him all along, and never saw him appear. Later, the lawyer Rita came to see my dad, hoping he would appeal again and bring me home. But this time, Dad chose to give up.
You don't know what it's like, but you try and you try and you try and you try and you don't ever get there. Because you were born perfect and I was born like this.
After hearing all that, Rita gave him a comforting hug. Dad slowly pulled himself together. He moved to a place near my foster home and found a job. At first, he only watched me from a distance. Later, we finally met again.
You never even came. You never called. You forgot about me. How could you forget me?
Oh, I didn't forget you.
I hate you. I hate you.
You're not be mad at me.
Dad
for
patiently
one
explained everything, and little by little, I began to understand his struggles. But my foster mother wasn't happy about it. She thought my dad was preventing me from fitting into my new family, yet nothing could stop me from wanting to see him. Every night, I climbed out the window, holding my teddy bear, walking through long streets, just to find the dad I missed so much.
Daddy. Daddy. I missed you.
Seeing me, Dad was both thrilled and worried. He was afraid my foster mother would be concerned, so every night after I fell asleep, he carried me back. My foster mother was shocked and tried many ways to stop me, but nothing worked. So night after night, I went to find my dad, and day after day, he walked me back. In the end, all of this touched my foster mother deep. One day, she knocked on my dad's door and returned me to him. She finally understood that I couldn't lose my father. He also agreed to testify in court to help my dad regain custody. As she was about to leave, Dad stopped her. He said he hoped she could help raise me together with him to make up for the motherly love I'd been missing. After that, everything slowly got better. I grew up surrounded by the love of my dad and my foster mother, and no one could ever separate me from my dad again.